feel a little bit strange, a little bit different.
Miss Universe Australia, TV star and model Rachel Finch.
This is our turf.
And it's like nothing she could ever have expected.
Oh my God!
I feel so cleansed.
Okay, cleansed is a good word. No filming, but can we come in and show Rachel?
Don't attempt this at home, kids.
This is what it's like.
There is no doubt that there are two significant Muslim communities in Australia from a demographic point of view. One is in the Bankstown through to Lakemba area of southwest Sydney, and the other is in the northern suburbs of Melbourne.
Demographer and social commentator Bernard Salt.
The Muslim community, like any migrant community, like to congregate where people speak their language, where their churches are located, where there is newspapers, where there are supermarkets that provide their food.
We've invited Rachel down to Bankstown and live a life in the day of the Muslim community.
I'm nervous because I've never done anything like this before.
We are just normal people living our lives like other Australians in the country. Today,
Rachel will be walking in the shoes of Rebecca Kay, a devout Australian Muslim woman and mother of 4.
Were you born here?
Yeah, I was born in Australia. I'm an Australian background and I became Muslim about 8 years ago. I found the transition really easy and I found the belief was in my heart.
But Rebecca, a former Wollongong surfer girl, has a confession.
Before I became Muslim, I was a Muslim hater and I used to listen to talkback radio a lot and have that same kind of attitude, and I used to love saying to people, well, if you're not happy here, then you can go back to where you came from. Believing in God and fearing God has taught me to love my fellow human being again and appreciate people for who they are inside their heart, not their skin colour or the way they look on the outside.
On the outside, I'm Muslim, but inside, I'm extremely Aussie. So what you see is not what you get.
Rebecca's best mate, Frida, joins them for their daily coffee ritual.
Other people probably think that we're just boring, simple.
We're black.
Can't wait for today. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have her.
Yeah, are we going to get a coffee or should we just get into it?
Before they can start, Rachel must get the blessing of the Muslim Women's Association.
It's important to go and see the Islamic elders before we continue on this journey of the spirituality and introducing Rachel to the Islamic culture and faith.
This is one of the areas where native Australians, domestic Australians, could learn a lot from migrant communities, the way in which they defer to the elderly in many cases.
A big part of Rebecca's week is the volunteer work at My Home Respite, a community-based respite centre for children with special needs.
It's a board of Muslim women who have decided to start a respite centre for people with special needs.
It's just 4 of them. And, you know, they still make such a huge difference.
Lunch at the local favourite Jasmine 1 is next, and Super Slim Rachel is getting acquainted with her very first Lebanese feast.
Can I order
One fattoush.
yeah, 1 fattoush,
One tabbouleh.
hummus al-lahme,
Hummus.
which one?
Baba ganoush.
Are we going to have fries with that? I'm joking.
Outside the Auburn Gallipoli Mosque, Rachel's physical transformation begins. But it's inside the mosque where she feels different, changed.
I feel so cleansed. As soon as I walked in, there was a sense of peace, happiness. I loved it. Thank you.
And what would a day with the girls be like without a shopping trip?
I wanted to bring you down and show you about our Islamic fashion.
We've got a lot of dresses and skirts. Do you want to start trying on some?
Yes, please. I'll wait in the dressing room.
Let's do the Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman thing.
Okay.
Feels like I'm putting my swimming cap on. Thank God, you know, it's getting away from the blacks and getting away from the boring colours.
Can we do some shopping?
How about that?
I feel different, obviously, but yeah, it's amazing. Oh my God! It's elegant, it's tasteful.
We don't do anything without bling.
The first day that you wore a scarf when you converted, did you feel weird walking down the street?
Yeah. A little bit yes and no, because it's Bankstown and like that's what people, you know, it's not an uncommon thing to be seen with. I've often had so many people compliment me on the way I'm dressed, saying, oh wow, you know, where did you get that from?
Now, what are we having tonight?
At home, and Rebecca is getting dinner prepared.
We have people over all the time.
Really?
It never ends. A lot of kids, they all play together, it's really loud, and don't say no.
No.
If I say to you, you're hungry and you want to eat something,
It's always
if
a
I say
yes.
it 3 times, it better be a yes on the 3rd time.
Rebecca's husband Albert is home.
Well, we've been looking after the kids for you. We just need a man to start the barbie.
I'm sure one will come soon.
Next is my house.
And Rachel is getting a crash course in barbecue, Lebanese style.
Guys, thank you so much for having me today, and Rebecca, thank you so much for showing me around. It was absolutely beautiful and welcoming me into your home.
I wish that everyone could be like you and so warm and open and minded, and you know, we hope that something good comes from this story.
I think that the experiment with Rebecca shows that this is very much the way of the future. I think with an open and tolerant mind on both sides, that we can actually fuse something that's quite enviable in comparison with the rest of the world.
It was nice to be able to step inside her shoes and see that those stereotypes of Australian Muslim women aren't particularly true.
At the end of the day, we're all Australian, no matter what colour our skin is or what we believe in or what our backgrounds are, that, you know, we're all just fair dinkum dinky die Aussies.
They're intelligent, they're smart, they're independent, they want a career and they want a family, and to me that's empowering.